Alright, welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. I'm doing this video from my home office, so the children are outside playing in the backyard. You might hear them in this video as well as you might not. Anyway, this video right here is about a heartbreaking story that just came fresh out of Jamaica. And the reason I'm doing this video is because I'm also getting a bunch of rumors surrounding this young lady in this video and why things turned out the way they turned out. So I don't know if you've heard. I'm trying to get this computer up and running. I don't know if you've heard, but a young lady that is a prominent attorney I'm going to take this one from the Loop. So the headline says, female lawyer killed in Ocho, Rios, identified, and her mom is also battling for life. And this is how the story went. It says, grief has struck the resort town of Ocho Rios in St. Anne with the news of the heinous murder of a prominent female attorney there and the wounding of her mother while both were inside a vehicle on Milford Road on Friday. Today is Saturday. The deceased has been identified as Sasha K. Fairclough. Now, Sasha K. Fairclough, I'm been told, is also the granddaughter of Mr. Fairclough, I forgot his first name, which is also a founding father of the PNP, People's National Party. Anyways, she was an attorney at Murray and Tucker law firm in Ocho Rios up to the time of her death. And police sources said that her mother remains hospitalized in critical condition. So reports that we're reaching, I'm taking this from Loop News, are that sometime around 6 p.m. in the evening, two women were traveling in a vehicle when they were approached by gunmen who hitting them several times. They were approached by gunmen who opened fire, hitting them several times. This does not say if the gunmen were riding on a yang, if the gunmen pull up next to them in a vehicle, if the gunmen walked up while they were traveling in the vehicle but stopped at a stoplight. It doesn't give much of anything there. The attorney reportedly died at the scene. So Sasha K., who is the attorney, died at the scene, while her mother, reportedly the one who was driving the vehicle, was hospitalized, and she remains hospitalized in serious condition, or critical condition for that matter. As news of the incident spread throughout the town, and by extension the parish, and then the entire country, and then overseas, persons rushed to social media sites, including Facebook, to express shock at the young attorney's killing. Wow. Wake up from this dream. Sasha K. Fairclough, you didn't deserve to die like this, girl. You are a sweet soul. What would have happened, or what could have happened? R.I.P. This isn't real, is what one person said, according to Loop. Another social media poster said, not in our Ocho Rios again. Rest in peace, young lady. I hope your killers are caught. According to information on the Murray and Tucker law firm website, Sasha K. Fairclough was a barrister and an attorney at law who practiced general, civil, and criminal litigation, real estate or property law, and commercial litigation. She obtained a bachelor's law degree. Listen to this extensive list of achievements. She obtained a bachelor's law degree, a bachelor of law degree at the very prominent University of Huddersfield in West Yorkshire, England, where she attained several awards as well, before moving on to study at the Bar Professional Training course at the academically challenging and highly ranked bar school in the United Kingdom, the University of Law, formerly College of Law. Fairclough was called to the Bar of England and Wales as a member of the Honourable Society of the Inner Temple in 2014. Her passion for human rights and justice led her to return to Jamaica, where she pursued the 6-month conversion program at the Norman Manley Law School and was called to the Jamaica Bar in 2017. Fairclough, damn, she was just called to the Jamaica Bar in 2017 and she's dead in 2019. That's sad. Flerko also held a certificate in copyright law from Harvard Law School. She had a predilection for the marginalized youth in society and had volunteered with Craydon BME Forum in London and Debate Mate Jamaica, where she made history along with the team she mentored at Ocho Rios High School. I'm a bit thrown off by reading this because I have a lot to say about this. Outside of law, Fairclough was an avid journalist who also wrote legal and human interest features for newspapers in various countries such as the United Kingdom, the United States, Cayman Island, and even Jamaica, according to the law firm's website. A motive for her killing has not yet been released by the police. So I've went to the Gleaner and I found articles that were written by her. Stellar journalist, writer, as well as everything else, barrister / lawyer, attorney, and so on and so forth. Here's the thing. I just completed watching listening to a interview that she did where she talked about how she was in Jamaica, boots on the ground, strongly advocating for the Jamaican government to stop pushing university on people. Everybody in Jamaica feels like, oh, they have to make it to university, it's the only way. And if they don't make it to university, then they're bummed, they're doomed. You know, it's doomsday for them. When in truth and in fact, she said, a lot of people are making it to university and end up unemployed for many years after in the field that they went to university for. Her first perception is that after completing university, you would go on to a life of financial stability or even work your way up to riches, when the fact remains very true in Jamaica that university has actually made a lot of people poor. Now, I don't know if you know it, but university is one of those institutions that's very big business. And if you cross them, like how Vibes Cartel crossed JPS and called them Jamaica Whole Service, then you could probably be, I could just see the mob, the organization is just like the church organization in Jamaica. They want control of the minds of the people, the masses. If you take control or you rise to such prominence to where you take control away from political powers that are ruling, political parties, or you take it away from the churchical part of things, then you are going to be in trouble. And there will be entities there to strike you down, point blank, period. So me looking at her situation from this angle, I have many preconceived notions and conceptions. Now, someone said, SouFLo, she actually was working with a client that she robbed. And she tried to use psychs on the client. She tried to use our intelligence and our clout on the client, and the client wasn't taking it, right? And she was given time to pay back what she robbed, and she never give it back. She thinks she was in the right, and how this end up like this. Now, when I do videos like this and I utter things like that, there are always people that say, oh God, man, the girl just dead. Please not spread no bad rumors or utter anything else that you've heard. See, it's already out there in the air, right? And if we're going to do a full story and hit it from all corners and angles, more than likely they won't ever find out the reason why. It's just like the story we did about returning residents being killed, coming home to Jamaica, building their dream houses and getting killed there. And then there was this one returning resident that came to Jamaica, built a gorgeous house, and she got killed before the house was completely finished, right? Big Mercedes Benz and all this other kind of stuff. She was top girl, you know, and she was only, I believe, a hairdresser in England. And people were saying that the life she lives in England and the life she lives in Jamaica and other places that she goes does not come from no hairdresser salary. And worst of all, she's not even the owner of the salon. So where's she getting all this money? We kept on following that story even though people were saying, Lord God, man, make the girl rest. And what did the story reveal? The story revealed that she had triple life. She actually had 3 men that she was dealing with. All right? And it so turned out that one of them actually was the one that was responsible for killing her and showed the detectives where her body was and all this other stuff. And that's what that was. So I understand you're in your feelings and you want this person to be laid to rest, but we have to leave no stones unturned, and this is my meaning of leaving no stones unturned. At this moment, this thing just happened, and I can only imagine the grief that her mom is going through, because to first meet death face to face, someone walk up, drive up, roll up to a vehicle you're traveling in and just full it up a bullet. I read another description of how the thing happened, and basically they got peppered with gunshot. Okay, she received multiple gunshot wounds to the top part of her body, her upper body, her chest area, neck area, possibly face and head, and she died at the scene. She was the main target. Her mom, who was driving the vehicle, actually got shot in her abdomen, in her belly, and she is still in critical condition. I don't know if you know it, but when you take a gunshot to the belly, it's not just a stitch-up thing. They have to open you up and go in and find fragments and move around your intestines and all this. So to go through that, and then to come out of that, to realize that your daughter herself did not make it, right? And now you have to live with that also. That is just traumatic as hell, and I can't even imagine what the hell her mom's going through. But in saying that, I'm gonna say this: Jamaica is under a severe brain drain. And when I say severe brain drain, oh, another thing in the interview that she spoke about was classism in Jamaica. Not so much racism, but classism, and she went deep. So I could see how she could be an enemy of somebody with the whole, forget about university, go get a trade, this, that, and the other that she was talking about. The interview was rather deep. Okay, and I'm gonna see if I can put that interview link at the bottom of this video so y'all can go ahead and listen to what she said, and listen to what she said carefully. Now, yes, Jamaica is under severe brain drain, and not gonna get any better. So those who can afford to run will run, and those who can afford to take away their children will take away their children. Those who can afford to go overseas and get higher education and live a better life, they will do so. And then they will come back to the island, and then they will progress. But here's the thing. For those who are stifled and dumbed down and frustrated and feel like nothing will go on for me and nothing will ever go on for me, and they start turning to crime and murders and scamming and pay me, make me go do the murder for you. Professional hit people, murderers. You know what I'm saying? That is a lot of what the island is going to be filled with. Even on a professional level, those who are sitting at the way top, a lot of them are involved in these types of extracurricular illegal activities to supplement their income. So it's sad to see that another great mind, one article says she was 27, but I believe she was 27 when she completed her law degree. Another one said that she was 31 years old at the time of her death. Still very, very young. Now, Chris King Irons says, it looks very personal. And Robert Foster said, meaning what? And with mom present? Seriously? Dan says, that's what I think too. I want to tell y'all something. I did a video before where I told y'all that murder for hire in Jamaica is actually, I wouldn't even say a profession. It's a rising profession where there are many people out there that are willing to do the job for that money. And I'm going to leave it at that. DDT says, another bright mind snuffed out. Those who are not leaving are being killed by those who contribute nothing positive to society. And very soon, we will become a society of barbarians, which is what I just explained to you through brain draining. If all the nurses and the doctors and the teachers and anybody with some higher education is exiting the country, then what is left of is going to be those that become barbaric to survive and then give life to offsprings that are even more barbaric. Hence the term, the generation of vultures, and then the next generation after will be worse than the one before, etc., etc. Now, Robert Foster says, please, okay, Bay 876 says, this is what I've heard, Bay 876 says, it alleged that she robbed a client. And Robert Thomas says, I wouldn't run with that story. I have known instances where some of our countrymen accuse others of robbing them when actually this was never the case. We are a very difficult and ignorant set of people to transact business with. Anytime the outcome is not in some of us' favor, we go ballistic, injuring and even killing people. I know I am going to get some heat for saying this, but it is the truth, and I don't care about my critics speaking from. I'm speaking from experience. Jamaicans are some of the worst people in the world to work for. What says you? Leave your comment in the comment section below. Bay876 says, that's true. Robert Foster says, allow the lady to depart our troubled land in peace. And Bay876 says, these acts are not random. Something in a something. CVG14 says, yes man, that's true. And Nervous Vester says, what is true? C Garden says, my people, please stop repeating the stories that you're not sure of. Well, that brings me to the end of this video. Leave your comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one and if there are any other stories that I need to cover.